Hi, I'm James from Nevis Group. I'm the coffee and bistro manager for Nevis Coffee and Bistro.
Hi, I'm Joe and I'm the CEO of Nevis Group. So Nevis Group was set up about 2 years ago now, and it was set up by William Stitt and myself to provide an alternative option for care experienced individuals to get into employment that gave them a sort of a safer environment than the labour market. Employment doesn't have to be scary for anybody, and I think that for care experience, and talking from my own personal experience, until Nevis, I never divulged at any stage of my employment history that I had been in care. And yet again, I think it was to do with that whole sort of I have qualifications and I've got skills, and I didn't want them to be impacted by the fact that I grew up in a bad kid's home. And to dispel that myth right now, I didn't grow up in a bad kid's home. I grew up in a very nice small unit in a very affluent area, and that was very supported by the community. But it still is at the back of your mind when you're going to these employment settings and going for interviews and meeting your line management and going through your job, that if something goes wrong and they know that you're a care experienced, then you're just going to be pinned for it. So you care experienced yourself then?
I am, yes. Currently still, technically. I'm actually through care, so I'm in support accommodation, or aftercare, whatever they're calling it now. It seems to change the term of it every like 3 years. Yeah, so I was in foster care from I was 5 years old. I had moved around quite a few times, and by the time I was 16 I was ready to move out, but my social worker's like, instead of you moving to your own house, why don't you move into through care or aftercare? And this is a better opportunity because it offers you somewhere to stay where you can come home to, you don't have to worry about your bills and everything. All you have to do is pay for like a couple of things of your own, so your clothing and your toiletries, and that gives you an opportunity to find your way, more of get a job or go to education. So yeah. So would you have any advice for other care experience going into employment?
I think there's two key things. The first one is know your own skills and be confident in your own abilities. And the second one would be around about not being scared to make mistakes. I'm a firm believer that mistakes are the indicators that you're actually learning. What about you?
I would say that it's okay to change your mind.
So did you enjoy Nevis then?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right answer.
It's just like entering a family.